Good evening. Welcome to Junk Journal July. And it's day 25. Let me see if I can find the piece of paper I'm going for. I did label it. Not that. Here we go. Day 25. I've got some layering up to do. Because I know I have a crown and a bee to put somewhere. To be like a queen bee. So today is tea dye. These are all my bits of extras. And this morning I kind of went through my stash of printables and I found what was tea dyed. Because it's not been warm enough to tea dye, or I've not had time when it has been warm enough to tea dye. That's probably a more correct assessment. So here we are. We've got a queen bee because she's sitting on a crown. We've got a graphics fairy rose. That's a graphics fairy bee. That was on, I don't know if you can get it as a printable as a bee. I don't think I've got the bit left over, but it's on like a postcard. It was on one of the postcard projects, and you can really blow it up and get it quite big. So we've got a big bee. This is tea dyed. It's a rose, but it's on, I've printed, I think it's laser printed, so I think I've tea dyed it after, if I can get my words in. And then we have, so push that down like that, a tea dye doily, 2 bits of a letter I got from the stash yesterday. I was taking out bits from an antique hoard. So this is a letter that I've sort of done some fussy tearing up. So this is like the remnants of that. We've got that as well. But I tore the bit off that said July the 25th, 1892. And then I found that on the back that sort of says July the 25th. I think it's in pencil. I don't know if it's in pencil or if it's just in a paler ink. Can't work it out, and I don't really want to get a rubber to it or an eraser if you're in America. So I think I'm just going to put it there. But I don't know if I want to like outline it in gold or just leave it. I don't know. That was what I was this morning. I was like, do I just stick it down just as a purely all we need is glue? Which is what I'm at, that is what I'm feeling at the moment. Oh, and the outside is one of those invitations for the coronation, but fussy cut, like I fussy tore around the outside and then fussy tore around the inside as well to make like a hole that I can sort of stuff things. So that's it. It's going to be quite a simple one, but I think it's quite pretty. And I like either style, so I like getting messy with paints and stuff, but I love this as well. I think this is really effective. So we're just going to glue it down, and I think I'm going to try and glue it while it's also in situ, so you can sort of see that there's like bits underneath that are the frame from that invitation. So we can put that there. A little bit of antique. I'll tell you what, I will take the bee and the crown off and the 25. That's probably enough, isn't it? And then let's just do that around that way for our bit of doily. That was tea dyed. I think that must have been last year. We had some really hot days, like silly hot, and I remember doing it when it was like 39 degrees Celsius or something daft like that. And like those really hot days, I kind of did a load of tea dyeing because it was drying almost immediately outside. And then here's our rose. I can take that out because I'm pretty confident about where I want that. It's a bit of a waste to use all that paper. Oh, no, it's alright. It's okay. So put that back in. We're going to have her on a tilt. So everything but the stem and that little corner. So how's your day's been? I'm playing catch up. Done really well. I've got another training course tomorrow morning. Then my week's nearly over and I've got 2 weeks off. Quite excited. Quite excited about that. Okay. Right, what do I want? Do I want this crown under? I think I might want it under the flowers. So this crown is from the time when I did the coronation. We had a tea party and I don't know where I got these from. I think they're actually pictures of decorations from a shop. And I just printed a load of them out and they were like table confetti and tree decorations and bunting and all kinds of bits and pieces that I did in the nursing home. That was, like I said, that was a really nice, it wasn't very well paid, it wasn't really paid enough. It was one of the factors of leaving it. I get paid a lot more now. Not that money is everything, I still do a job I consider to be worthy. But you know what I mean. Anyway, so that's left over from that. Instead of them going in the bin, because the residents wouldn't want a stick thing. You know, like, I used to keep a lot of stuff for like sticky pictures. But they're not really, they weren't, once it was done, it was done. So they were just sort of scattering around my desk. I used to do a lot of things, like paper dolls and all kinds of stuff. I left all the master copies on the computer. And paper master copies, actually, they could just be photocopied for the next person. But I have no idea how they do it. Whether they do the same things or not. Which is probably just as well, because I think different people have different strengths, don't they? You bring something different to a job. Here we go. So I just got this little bit. Decide how we want it. How do we want it? That's the question, ladies. I can overwhelmingly say ladies now, because I looked at the analytics. And there's currently, when I'm recording this, there's 56 of you, and I'm sort of growing a few every day, perhaps one or two, some days 3. Which is not, well, it kind of is important, because I would like to know that there's somebody to talk to on the other end of the camera. Yeah. But it was interesting to find out who you are, and you can see, like, I can see that I have people in America and Australia and France and the UK, obviously, and that you're all sort of similar age as me, and you're all women. So there we go. I didn't know that, like, when you sign on, I was thinking, how do they know all of this? But there must be something that, like, you give it access to something, or you fill something in. Because I joined YouTube so long ago, it was like, how old's my daughter? So at least 16 years, probably more than that. So, how are we going to have this now? It was just interesting to work that out. This again, I think it's going to be a short one, but that's okay, because I think yesterday's one was really long, and I want to try and do before dinner, so that I can just do the processing of this after dinner, to do a Christmas in July thing for some of the pages in this journal. Ooh, that's slid a little bit. Let's make sure that doesn't slide. I want it like that. I'm going to get sticky. There we go. Just literally glue and printables and a bit of tea dye. But I still think it makes quite a pretty page. I was thinking about going in with the Posca pens and just like highlighting it like I did, because I used the same kind of thing on the page that where we did the aged up. You like to make it look like the illuminated text, and then the day after. If it does, it does. So yeah, so that page. I didn't do it on that, interestingly enough, but you know, like the little gold and blue bits. I was like, should I do that? I don't think I need to. I think it's busy enough. I don't think it needs it. That's a bit heavy for that. I always do something that's a bit too heavy for the pages. I don't mind though, because once it's all together, it's fine. But there we go. A really quick one. Book is getting fat now. We're nearly finished. It's quite exciting. So it kind of, but when you sit it down, it actually doesn't do that. It kind of sits straight. So I'm gonna let that dry. Oh, it's quite dry. There you go, ladies. Junk Journal July. Day 24. Or day 25 even. It's because it's July the 24th. I'm a day ahead. For reasons I can't even remember now. But they're there. So day 25. It's 5 months till Christmas. But let's think about the tea dyed pretty papers instead. So there we go. A bit of antique paper. Graphics Fairy printables. Just generic printables off the internet. Well, that's off royal.uk. And I have no idea where I got that from, because it's some time ago. There we go. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do all those YouTubey things to help my little channel keep growing. That's like, subscribe, hit the little bell, comment and share. Yeah, all of those things. It's really helping me out. I'm loving it. So I've got more ideas that you'll be seeing in the near future of different things that I want to do as we progress. And I hope you'll join me. Okay, it's been lovely chatting to you. Enjoy your evening, your morning or your afternoon, whatever it is, enjoy your day. Bye bye.